Good morning, ma. Welcome to Alpha Online Education. Commerce theory part for the first year's English medium. And the chapter today we are dealing with that is the joint stock company. The chapter that we are dealing is joint stock company part 1. First session of the joint stock company. So what is joint stock company means? Normal companies are known as joint stock companies. Because in the joint stock companies, the first thing you have to remember that in the accountancy you have one concept, first accounting concept. What it says, separate business entity concept. Business entity concept means what? It means it separate the business and the owner. What it says? It says that business is different and owner is different. Both are not similar. That is said by which concept? Business entity concept or separate entity concept. That concept will says that business is different and owner is different. According to that accounting concept, here also the joint stock company, in this company the owner is different and the company is different. Both are separate, both are not similar. Okay, and owner and management is also different. Owner means who bring the capital, okay na, who bring the capital by purchasing the shares. Okay, owner will purchase the shares and contribute the capital to the company. Owner bring the capital. Owner మూలధనాన్ని తీసుకొస్తాడు, క్యాపిటల్ని తీసుకొస్తాడు. Management means who control, coordinate the business and take necessary decisions according to the present situations of the environment, external environment. Okay, those management is known as directors. Those management is known as directors or board of directors. Number of directors are known as board of directors. Owner means he will bring the capital. Board of directors means they will manage the business. Okay, let us see now what is joint stock company. Definition: joint stock company is a voluntary association or organization of many persons who contribute money or money's worth. Means it is a voluntary association, means it is an association that has been started with a common aim. Common aim, what is that common aim? That is nothing but a profit. In order to earn the profit, in order to earn the profit, they started the business, they started the company. Okay, they are contributing the money or money's worth. Money's worth means what? They purchase the shares of the company. Common stock, stock ante emo kadamma, shares. Okay, they purchase a common stock and employ it in the trade. Employ it in the trade ante entidandi? Employ it in the trade ante stock market. What is this stock market madam antaru? Endukante first years kabatti. Stock market anedi how we have vegetables market to purchase vegetables, in the same way we have stock market to purchase the shares. Okay, simple ga cheppalante, how we have vegetable market to purchase vegetables, for business there is a stock market in Bombay. Okay, in Mumbai there is a stock market, Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange. Okay, these stock markets are there where they sell the shares and they buy the shares, selling and buying of shares in the stock exchange. So they will take that shares and who share the profit and loss arising from them. So first they will purchase the shares. వాటాలు, షేర్ అంటే ఏంటిది అసలుకి? షేర్ అంటే ఏంటిది అంటే సింపుల్గా చెప్పాలంటే అమ్మా 1 lakh rupees ఉన్నాయి. ఓకే, ఈ 1 lakh రూపీస్ని నేనేమంటున్నా? క్యాపిటల్ అంటున్నా, మూలధనం అంటున్నా. మరి షేర్, వాటాలు అంటే ఏంటిది మేడం అంటే వెన్ దీస్ క్యాపిటల్ ఈజ్ డివైడెడ్ ఇంటూ స్మాల్ యూనిట్స్. ఈ క్యాపిటల్ని నేను స్మాల్ యూనిట్స్లో డివైడ్ చేసేస్తున్నానండి. ఎంత మేడం స్మాల్ యూనిట్స్ అంటే 100 rupees. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ 500 rupees, 1000 rupees, ఇట్లా స్మాల్ యూనిట్స్లో డివైడ్ చేసేస్తున్నాను చూడండి. ఈ స్మాల్ యూనిట్స్ని ఏమంటామంటే షేర్స్ అంటాం. ఓకే, those are called as shares, small units. Okay, when the capital is divided into small units, those small units are known as shares. ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైంది కదా షేర్స్ అంటే? yes. So this definition is given by Lord Justice Lindley. So according to him, what he is saying, a company is an organization which started with contributing money or money's worth. Money's worth means contributing shares, purchasing the shares and sharing profit or loss, whether the company gaining profit or whether it gaining the losses, they will share it according to their agreement. Okay, next, futures of joint stock company. Let us see the futures. Okay na? An artificial person created by the law. Artificial person, accountingsలో చదువుకుంటారు, అకౌంటెన్సీలో మీకు వస్తుంది. పర్సనల్ అకౌంట్లో 2 types ఆఫ్ అకౌంట్స్ ఉంటాయి, న్యాచురల్ పర్సన్, ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ పర్సన్. సో కంపెనీ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ పర్సన్. కంపెనీ ఈజ్ ఏ artificial person. Okay, that is created by the law. What is that law? Indian Companies Act 2013. What is that act ma? What is that? Indian Companies Act 2013. With this it was created as an artificial person. Okay, it is intangible, we can't see it. Invisible, we can't see it, we can't touch it. Legal person having no body or soul. These legal person, this company has no body. It does not have hands, it does not have eyes, it does not have nose, it does not have anything, and it does not have soul. Soul ante atma. Okay, it does not have even soul also. It is an artificial person. It was created for the benefit of the people. Okay, next, separate legal entity. First one is artificial person. Okay, next, separate legal entity. What the business says? Business is different and owner is different, both are separate. Okay, sole trading concern chadivinappudu what we have discussed, owner and the sole proprietor both are same. Okay, when we are studying joint Hindu family, we said Karta and joint Hindu family both are same. But here you see that the company and the owner is not same. Okay, it can make the contract. Which can make the contract? The company can make the contract, purchase and sell the goods, employ the people, conduct any lawful business in its name with the name of the company. For example, just take example, our college name Alpha Institute. So Alpha Institute, for example, we will change it into company. Okay, Alpha company, Alpha multinational company, for example. So now in the name of that Alpha multinational company, we are going to make the contracts with the outsiders. వేరే వాళ్ళతో కాంట్రాక్ట్స్ చేస్తాం. We purchase and sell the goods. Okay, and also we will employ the people. Yes, I am also employing this institution. Next, conduct any lawful business in it, means any lawful business that will help the society. Next, formation. So in order to start the company, it should have to be registered or incorporated under the Indian Companies Act 2013. So any company that want to start their business, they have to first register or incorporated. What is the meaning of incorporated? Legally valid, legally getting a validity in the eyes of law. Okay, legally valid under the Indian Companies Act 2013. Next, formation is easy. Next, common seal as a substitute for the signature. Substitute means, you know, in economics you have substitute goods, right? So common seal as a substitute for signature. See, company is an artificial person. it can't sign because it don't have any body or soul. So it can't do sign. That's why a common seal is prepared. A common seal, round seal or stamp is there. Okay, common seal, round seal will be there. They will keep that seal on the legal documents. Okay, documents means what? Papers. As a substitute for signature, I am human being, so I will do my signature like this. Okay, I will do my signature like this. For example, I am the company. For example, I am a company or Alpha multinational company. How Alpha multinational company will do the signature now? It is not a person. It is an artificial person. How it will do the signature now? For that purpose, it will use the common seal. Common seal means stamp. Any document having common seal, signature of the officer is binding on company. So it is a valid on the company. So common seal and the signature of the officer is required. Okay. వెన్ యూ టేక్ టీసీ, మీరు టీసీ తెచ్చినప్పుడు మీకు తెలిసే ఉంటుంది. టీసీలో ఏం చేస్తారు? మీ స్కూల్ టీసీ కాదు, స్టడీ కండక్ట్ ఇచ్చేటప్పుడు మీ స్టడీ కండక్ట్ మీద స్కూల్ స్టాంప్ వేస్తారు. తర్వాత మీ ప్రిన్సిపాల్ ఎవరు ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళ సిగ్నేచర్ కూడా దాని మీద ఉంటుంది కదా. సో సేమ్ వే schools, colleges, these all are organizations. These all are artificial bodies. They don't have any hands or legs. Okay, so that's why we use the common seal as a substitute for signature. Perpetual existency, it has a long life. Okay, the business, the company has a long life. It will not going to complete end in 1 day or 2 days. It will continue for a long period of time, maybe 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, sometimes 100, 200 years also. Limited liability of members. Yes, this is a very most important thing. So the liability is very limited. If there is a loss in the business, then the private property of the members is not considered. Okay, up to what there is a limit to the amount of share they hold, whatever the share, whatever the capital they brought, up to that only they will use that amount. After that their personal property is not touched in order to cover the losses of the business. It has the limited liability. Next, transferability of shares. So in case of public company, the shares can be easily transferred from one person to another person, or can easily sell the shares. Shares means small units. Small units ni easyga shares ante share anedi oka paper untundamma, dani meeda దాని విలువ అనేది రాసి ఉంటుంది. విలువ ఏంటిది మేడం అంటే ఇట్లానే 100 రూపీస్ షేర్ ఉంటాయి, 500 రూపీస్ షేర్, 10,000 రూపీస్, 1000 రూపీస్, 1500 రూపీస్ షేర్ అని మార్కెట్లో ఎస్బీఐ బ్యాంక్స్ ఉన్నాయి చూడండి. ఎస్బీఐ బ్యాంక్స్, సెంట్రల్ లెవెల్ బ్యాంక్స్లో షేర్ మార్కెట్ కూడా ఉంటుంది. షేర్స్, కంపెనీ షేర్స్ అనేవి కొంటాం. దీని గురించి మనకు ఇన్ డీటెయిల్గా సెకండ్ ఇయర్లో ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు మీకు షేర్ అంటే the capital when it is divided into small units, that is known as a share ankondi. Okay, transferability of shares. In public company, the shares can be easily transferred to others. I can sell my shares to you. In private companies, there are certain restrictions on the transfer of shares, means certain type of limits. While transferring the shares, there are certain legal formalities. Next one, democratic management. So company day-to-day affairs are managed by elected representatives called directors. So owners are in different places. Okay, owners are in different places. So that's why the management, for the management of the company, the members will select representatives. Representatives means there will vote for the persons. Okay, కొంతమందికి ఓటింగ్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది కంపెనీకి సంబంధించిన వాళ్ళకే. అకార్డింగ్ టు ద ఓటింగ్ హూ గెట్ ద మెజారిటీ ఆఫ్ ఓట్స్, దేర్ ఆర్ సెలెక్టెడ్ యాజ్ అ డైరెక్టర్. ఓకే, ఎస్. నెక్స్ట్, స్టాట్యుటరీ రెగ్యులేషన్స్. కంపెనీ షుడ్ సబ్మిట్ నెంబర్, ఇది నెంబర్ నాన్న, నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ రిటర్న్స్ to the government, and also accounts have to be audited by CA, means chartered accountant. CA means chartered accountant. The company, whether it is a private company or whether it is a government company, it have to submit necessary documents to the government, and also the accounts which they are prepared, those accounts have to get audited. Okay, they have to get audited with the chartered accountant. Yes. Next, women directors. From the latest 2013 companies, Indian Companies Act 2013, it become mandatory, means necessary for every public company to have one woman director. At least one woman director should be having every public limited in public companies. Okay, public companies at least one woman director anedi undali, because women are also coming forward towards business. Yes. So that's why it become necessary. Now let us see the differences between the private company and public company. It is very easy and it is very important question in your exam. It may be asked for 10 marks or it may be asked for 5 marks, but it may be 100% it will be asked. Okay, let us see differences. Minimum number of members. Minimum number of members. Minimum how many members are required in the private company? 2 members required in the private company to start. Public company, 7 members are required to start. Public company means government will play the important role. Private companies means government can't control them. Okay, maximum number of members. Maximum last ఎంత మంది ఉండాలి? can't exceed 50 కన్నా ఎక్కువ ఉండొద్దు. ఓకే, unlimited members, how many members they want to join, they can join. There is no limit at all, unlimited. Minimum paid up capital. What is this paid up capital means? When they're selling the shares, at the time whatever the capital the companies will get from the sale of shares, that is paid up capital. By selling the shares in the stock market, whatever the capital the companies will get, that capital is paid up capital. For private company that will be 1 lakh rupees, and for the public company it will be 5 lakhs rupees. Next, shares transfer, as we have discussed earlier here. Yes, it can't, private company can't transfer freely, but public company can transfer freely. Shares can be transferred. Loan, directors can borrow from private company. So directors can borrow loan from the private companies, but here directors can't borrow the loan from public company because it is under the control of government. Identification, at the must suffix private limited. Private limited means private companies should have their name at the end. Private limited. And also public companies ki public limited అని ఇట్లా ఉండాలి. మామూలుగా మీరు బయట చూసే ఉంటారు, PVT అని ఇట్లా ఉంటుంది, ప్రైవేట్ లిమిటెడ్. ఓకే, PVT ఇట్లా సంథింగ్ లైక్ దిస్, అంటే ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా అది కాదు, బట్ దే హ్యావ్ సంథింగ్ PVLT సంథింగ్ లైక్ దిస్. ఓకే, ప్రైవేట్ లిమిటెడ్ పబ్లిక్ లిమిటెడ్ అని దెర్ ఇస్ సెటన్ లిమిటెడ్స్ అని ఉంటాయి. ఐడెంటిఫికేషన్ ఫర్ అస్, in order to identify whether that is a private company or public company, they have to write like this, private limited and public limited. Commencement means starting of the business. Immediately after registration the private companies can start, but in case of public company it has to obtain the certificate of starting. It have to get the certificate of starting. Okay, after that only it can start. Appointment and retirement of directors. Okay, single resolution means in single meeting a person can be appointed and a person can be retired from the company, but there is a separate resolution. Number of meetings should have been done for the appointment of the person or during the retirement of the person. Okay, secure capital. It can't secure capital from public. So private companies can't secure capital from పబ్లిక్ దగ్గర నుంచి కంపెనీస్ తీసుకురాలేవు. ప్రైవేట్ కంపెనీస్ కాంట్ బ్రింగ్ దేర్ క్యాపిటల్ ఫ్రమ్ పబ్లిక్, బట్ హియర్ దీస్ పబ్లిక్ కంపెనీ కెన్ బ్రింగ్ క్యాపిటల్ ఫ్రమ్ పబ్లిక్. లీగల్ కంట్రోల్, government can't control them, less control, it has very strict control because it is public company, government play main role. Quorum means meetings. So in one meeting at least minimum 2 members should have to be attend in the meeting. Okay, here minimum 5 members should have to attend to the meeting. Okay, next, board of directors, minimum 2 directors are required, maximum no limit, enta mandaina undochu. Minimum 3 directors are required and maximum 20 directors are required, maximum 20 directors. So we have 13th point and 14th point also that we will discuss in the next session. Along with that we will going to discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of joint stock company. Okay ma. Good morning ma, welcome to Alpha Online Education Commerce Theory part for the English medium first years, and the chapter that we are dealing with, that is the joint stock company. So in the joint stock company, this is the second session. In the previous session we have discussed about the differences between the private company and the public company. There we left 2 differences. Here we are covering those. Managerial remuneration, no restrictions in private company. So sometimes the management means the directors and employees will given remuneration, means salary. Okay, for that in private company there is no restrictions, but in the public company there are certain restrictions on the remuneration that is given to the directors and the directors and the employees. Next, eligibility shares. So here the directors need not, they should not have to hold the eligibility shares. Okay, in the private company the directors should not hold the eligibility shares, but in the public company they can hold, they have to hold, it is mandatory to hold the eligibility shares, right? Now let us discuss about the advantages of the joint stock company. So the first advantage of joint stock company, limited liability. The first advantage is limited liability. So the liability is very limited up to the capital what they have contributed, or up to the shares what they are hold. Okay, up to that only they have the limited liability, and the risk is also limited. Okay, risk is limited and the limited to the shares held by them. So whatever the shares they hold, up to that only they have to pay. If there is any loss in the business, there is no need to pay more than the shares or more than the capital what they contributed. Next, large financial resources. Yes, due to the limited liability, majority of the investors are attracted towards the company, and also they try to invest in those companies, because see, it collect the fund in the form of shares. So company collect the funds, capital in the form of shares. As I have told you that capital means bulk of amount, shares means small units of amount. Okay, so they will collect those amounts in the form of shares from the public in a small denominations, that is 1,000, 2,000, 500, like these small denominations, so that the people with a small means can also buy them. Means we can also buy the shares. If the value of the share is 1,000, we can easily buy the share. Yes, so in this way they will gather the large finance. Okay, large amount of finance for the company. Continuity of existency, it is continue, perpetual existency, means it is continue for a long period of time. It is not going to stop in 1 month or 1 year or 2 years or 10 years. We don't know when it will be stopped or when it will be dissolved. It will continue for a long period of time. Benefits of large scale operations. So it has the benefit of large scale operations. What it means, madam, means See, it can make its operations in a large scale, means as it gathering large finance from the public దగ్గర నుంచి చాలా వరకు ఫైనాన్స్ గ్యాదర్ చేస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి they can increase their companies, they can start their companies in new areas, in backward areas, in rural areas. Yes, so companies provide capital in a large scale operation that results in large scale production and reduction in the cost of operation. So there is a large scale of production will be in a large scale and there is a reduction in the cost of operation means not that operation means activities. In the company activities, the cost is very less due to the large scale of production. There is a more amount of production. Okay, so and also they can gather more capital, from the public in a small denomination, so it become very easy for them to do large scale operations, means large scale activities. Liquidity means the thing or the asset which can be easily converted into the cash, into the liquid means cash. Simply liquidity means the asset which can be easily converted into cash. Okay, those assets are known as liquid assets. See, liquid assets, liquidity. The investors can invest and convert the shares into cash whenever they need money, means the investors can purchase the shares and they can sell the shares whenever they need. In the stock market, they can purchase the shares when they have money, when they are in need of money, at that time also they can sell the shares. There is no at all any restrictions. Professional management, skill and talent persons. So in the company all the persons are professionals. For the accounting purpose there is a chartered accountant, for managing purpose there is a management department, and for the controlling purpose there is some of the employees who control them, and for the labor activities laborers will be there. So in this way every professional person is present there. Okay, it has good professionals. So the management is very good in the companies. All persons have the skill and talent in their profession. For example, I am a professional in what? In commerce, means I can teach commerce, I can teach accounts, so I can only go with the commerce subject. Research and development, this is very much important for the company to stand in the market. So due to research and development, R&D, okay, due to research and development they can improve the process of production, new technology, with that they can produce more. Designing and innovating new products, designing means changing the shape of the product, and also innovating means the discovery of new products, new type of products. Okay, improving quality of products, improving the quality, whatever the quality is there, that quality is improved. Training the staff, giving training to the staff according to the changes in the technology. This is also very important for the company to stand in the environment, in the external environment. Okay, next, tax benefit. As these companies have very high amount of capital, even though the government will give certain tax exemptions. What is this tax exemptions? Ante tax ante pannu. Okay, so exemptions means minhayimpulu, exemptions. So the government will give certain types of exemptions so that the companies can easily they can start their business. They can easily start their business in backward areas or in rural areas where their people don't know what is the technology, what is that. So by starting these companies in those areas, the people can also be developed, the standard of living will be increased. Okay, yes. So employment opportunities. So these companies, when a new company is started, when a existing company expand its business. When existing company expand its business and start a new branch in some other place, it will create number of employment opportunities for the educated people and also for the laborers. Okay, next, balance regional development. So starting companies in the backward areas and underdeveloped areas, means in the rural areas, it means in villages, it will be helpful for the people to know about certain goods and also to know what is this company will selling. Yes, there will have certain type of awareness regarding that, and it will help for the development of the country, and it will help for the development of the standard of the living of the people. Okay, so these all are the advantages of joint stock company. Let us see certain disadvantages which are connected with the joint stock company. So the disadvantages, the first one is too many legal formalities. While at the time of formation of the company, at the time of formation of the company, they have to submit number of legal documents and they have to submit number of files to the government, because they have to get registered under the Indian Company Act 2013. So there is more legal formalities behind that. See what I have written here. Formation of company is time consuming. It takes more time and expensive. Many legal documents have to be prepared and filed. So it is very expensive and also it is time consuming. So it is very difficult for the formation of the company. Lack of motivation. There is no at all motivation among the workers, among the employees, because see, separation between the owner and the control. Owner means who bring the capital. Control means management, board of directors. There is no link between them. There is no link between the owner and the management. So whatever the effort they are doing, management whatever the effort they are doing, effort ante kashtabadam, they are not getting the reward. Reward means some type of bonus or some type of appreciation is they are not getting. So it creates a lack of personal interest and incentives, means salary. So they will feel that what is this job in this company, we don't want to work here, there is no any kind of increments, and there is no any increments means increase in the salary, and there is no any kind of rewards. So this is nothing is there here. This type of lack of motivation, lack of means less motivation is not there, because the owner is not concentrating on the management. The management is not connected with the owners. So this created a problem little bit. Next, delay in decisions. As we know, so bureaucratic problems do not permit quick decisions. Bureaucratic means administration. Administration related problems, for that the decisions can't be taken immediately. For that they have to conduct some board meetings and they have to come to a conclusion, and they have to take necessary steps. If that plan fail, they have to execute plan B. If plan B also fail, they have to execute plan C. In this way they have to take so much time to take the decision. Economic oligarchy. What is this means? Sometimes directors, what they do, they want to stand as a director for a long period of time. For that they will manipulate the people. Manipulate means they will give some type of in order to become the director again, ఆ కంపెనీకి మళ్ళీ వాళ్ళే డైరెక్టర్ అవ్వడానికి దే విల్ మ్యానిపులేట్ ద పీపుల్. అంటే ఎలా అంటే వాళ్ళకు ఎంప్లాయీస్కి కొంచెం ఫేవర్ చేయడము, ఎక్సెస్ మనీ ఇవ్వడం, పర్సనల్గా వాళ్ళకు మనీ ఇవ్వడము, పర్సనల్గా వాళ్ళకు బయట నుంచి ఫుడ్ తెప్పించి ఇవ్వడం మధ్యాహ్నం, ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ టైం, లంచ్ టైంలో, అండ్ ఆల్సో గివింగ్ certain types of rewards to them. These all things, these are not in the policy of the company. This is not there in the company rules, but they are doing that. Why? Because they want to become the director for the next voting election. In the next election, what is going on in the company, for that also they only want to become the director. Okay, directors try to mislead the members and manipulate the voting power to maintain and continue their control. In order to continue there, they will do some type of manipulations with the people. Okay, corruption management. some companies will create the fake companies. There is no company like that, and they will issue some shares in the market, and the people go and buy that shares, but actually there is no market there. Sometimes they manipulate the accounts. If there is a utter flap, the company is utterly flap, okay, the company is completely in losses, at that time there will show that there is a huge profits in the company running with the huge profits, and they will issue certain shares in the market. The people will come and they purchase those shares, okay. By purchasing those shares, the company will get the capital, but actually that company running in the losses. So this what happened, this is a type of corruption in the company. Yes, in this way they will get the money from the public and they will do corruption to the corruption. Yes, more government control. Sorry. The government control is more, because in every stage in the company there are legal rules and regulations. That in legal rules and regulations the company should have to follow, otherwise that company will not get registered under Indian Company Act. So they have to follow, and for that purpose always showing accounts to the government, always showing certain documents to the government, always filing certain records to the government. These all will create a lack of secrecy, means there is no secrets of the business, everything is public. So this is also biggest problem here. Conflict of interest, there is a certain types of disputes, godwal untai between owners and the board of directors, between the board of directors and employees, and between the employees and owners. There are certain types of disputes always. Lack of secrecy, there is no secrecy at all, as everything is showing to the government. The company have to publish their accounts in the newspapers or in the business magazines, okay, to give information to the necessary concerns. Unhealthy speculation, sometimes what the directors will do, that company directors only, they will think that the price of the shares will, their company price, their company shares price, ఆ కంపెనీకి సంబంధించిన షేర్స్ ప్రైస్ అనేది పెరుగుతుందని వాళ్ళకు ముందే తెలుస్తుంది డైరెక్టర్స్కి, బికాస్ దే ఆర్ ద డైరెక్టర్స్ ఆఫ్ ద కంపెనీ, దే ఆర్ మేనేజింగ్ పర్సన్స్. సో they will purchase majority of the shares of that company and they will keep silent. When the share value increase, at the time they sell that shares into the market. So these type of unhealthy things means cheating, manipulation, fraud, these all things is done by the director. So how much there are good, that much there are dangerous for the business, okay. So these are the advantages, disadvantages of the joint stock company. So let us meet in other session with other new topic. Till then you have to study the advantages, disadvantages of joint stock company, and you have to study the differences between private company and public company. And also we have discussed about the futures, advantages, disadvantages, differences, characteristics. This you should not have to left it at all. In any chapter it may be, you have to read it compulsory. We don't know exactly what they are going to ask, so we have to study. This is totally corona time now, you have more time to read now, so don't waste the time at the home, do hard work, okay, right. Good morning ma, welcome to Alpha Online Education. Commerce theory part for the first year's English medium. The chapter that we are dealing with, that is the joint stock companies. Yes, in the joint stock company we are in this session, this is the third session of this chapter. In this session we are going to know the classification of the companies, how many types of companies are there. I have written here nearly 7 types of companies, and one more type of company is also there. That will be, I will explain you in the next session along with the role of the shareholders, okay. So in the next session we are going to study one more company, type of company that we have left in this video. So first, classification on the basis of company in this, on the basis of formation, on the basis of formation means on the basis of starting, how the companies are classified, how the companies are divided. Let us see. Chartered companies, generally these chartered companies are not in India, in England and in some European countries. Simply we can say these types of companies are in Europe continent, okay. So the companies which are established by the royal chartered or special sanction of the royal head. Royal head means the king or queen, okay, of the state, means of that particular state. For example, England, of that England particular queen will issue some type of guidelines for the formation of the company in England. So such type of companies which are under the control of the royal heads of the state are called chartered companies. Such companies do not exist in India at all. Okay, these types of companies are not existing in India because India is a democratic country. Here we have election process and we select our representatives. So we don't have these type of government in India. So everything should have to be done according to the acts, right? So that's why we don't have these type of company in India. Example, Bank of England, East India Company. These are some of the chartered companies, okay, that is headed by whom? That is controlled by the royal heads of the state. Next, statutory company. Next one is statutory company. These companies are formed by the enactment of special act. Enactment means due to the special act. Due to the special act, these companies are started due to the special act by the parliament or by the state assembly. By the parliament or by the state assembly, these special types of companies are formed. Okay, parliament means central government, state assembly means state government. So Reserve Bank of India, State Bank of India, Life Insurance Corporation of India, LIC, so etc. These are the examples of statutory company. These are the statutory companies which are formed with a special act. Okay. Next, registered companies. Registered companies are those companies which are registered under Indian Companies Act 2013. Okay ma, which are registered under Indians Company Act 2013. Those companies are considered as registered companies as per the Indian rules. Such companies come into existence when they receive the certificate of incorporation is guaranteed by registrar. When registrar will grant it certificate of incorporation. In the previous session I told you what is incorporation means. It got the legal approval, the registrar is satisfied, whatever the documents is submitted by the company, those all documents are very clear in the eyes of the law. That's why the registrar will issue the certificate of incorporation to start a company. Yes, these are the classification of formation. Three types of classifications. Now, on the basis of ownership, again it is classified into two categories. One is government company, the company in which not less than 51% of paid up capital held by the government. Not less than 51% means more than half. Okay, if we take 100% as full, then 51% means more than half, right? Yes, they are taking paid up capital. In the previous session I told you about the paid up capital mean what? Okay, paid up capital means the amount which is received by the company by selling its shares into the stock exchange. Okay now? So those type of capital, whatever the capital that is gathered by issuing of shares. Shares means what? Small units of money or small denominations. Yes. So when the government will hold majority means not less than 51% of the paid up capital of the company, then that company is considered as a government company. This company work according to the rules and regulations of the government. It will work according to the rules and regulations of the government. Next non-government company. Non-government company means all other companies other than the government companies. Are you getting what I want to say? See, all companies other than the government companies means private companies. In private companies, the private companies will hold 51, not less than 51% of the capital, paid up capital. So all other companies except the government companies are called non-government companies, means private companies. Those companies can't be controlled by the government. The decisions are taken by that company directors. Okay. Next, in the yesterday class, in the previous session we have discussed about the private company and the public company, right? So that is only here. So that is private, this is government, means public companies. So on the basis of liability, liability means we know on the basis of debt. See, company limited by shares means the company, the members, their liability is very limited. The liability of the members is very limited. In this company, the liability of members is limited. If there is a debt in the business, even though their personal property is not touched, the personal property is not considered, up to the whatever the capital contributed by them, up to that only they utilize that capital if there is a loss in the business. Okay, such type of companies are known as companies limited by shares. Next, companies limited by guarantee. These companies are not only limited up to the share held by them, means these companies are not only limited but also extended to the amount guaranteed by them. So this is very secured company. Your paid up capital, up to your paid up capital only they will consider the they will take the amount of your capital which you are holding. Okay, the capital which you are holding, up to that only they will take for the repayment of the debt. Okay, they will not going to touch any your personal property. And also if you kept anything in the guaranteed, means if you kept anything in the mortgage, even though they are not going to touch it also. Okay. Unlimited companies means your personal property, your whatever the share you brought, whatever the capital you brought, the total will taken for the settlement of the debt of the company. Next, on the basis of control, holding company, statutory company. What is this holding company, statutory company means? It is very easy, you can understand here. Holding company means controlling company. Statutory company subsidiary company means controlled company. What is this, madam? Controlled means, see, if for example company A, okay, if company A hold more than 51% of paid up share capital of company B, means if company A is holding 51% of paid up share capital of company B, company A की संबंधिंచిన shares 51% share capital కంపెనీ బికి సంబంధించిన 51% ఆఫ్ షేర్ క్యాపిటల్ని కంపెనీ ఏ ఒకవేళ హోల్డ్ చేస్తుంది. హోల్డ్ చేయడం అంటే ఏంటండి, దాన్ని వాళ్ళ కంట్రోల్లోకి తీసుకుంటే, దట్స్ వై వీ రిటన్ హియర్ కంట్రోల్. ఇఫ్ ఏ కంపెనీ ఈస్ కంట్రోలింగ్ బి కంపెనీ, దెన్ A company is called as holding company, B company is called as subsidiary company. Are you got what I want to say? I think you got my intention. What I want to explain you that A company is holding company because it holding 51% of paid up share capital of B company. Okay, now while A company is a holding company, then B company will be what? It is a subsidiary company. It will not control its own company. These companies controlling by whom? Company A. B company is controlled by company A. That is about the control. On the basis of nationality. So Indian company means the company which is registered under the Indian Company Act, the company which is doing business operations within Indian boundaries, that companies are known as Indian companies. Foreign company, the company which is registered in the foreign country but has business operations in India, but it is doing its business operations in India also. Those companies are known as foreign companies. On the basis of area, national company, similar to Indian company. The company which do business within the boundaries of India, within the boundaries of the nation. Those companies known as national company. Okay. Multinational company, the company which do business with more than one nation. More than one nation. Here the national company will doing business with only one nation within its own country boundaries. Okay. For example, India. In India, one company is there. It is doing business within the boundaries of India only. That is a national company. If multinational company means that company which is doing business with a number of nations. India, China, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Russia, France, Italy, Holland, next Netherlands. Like this, if we doing business with number of countries, then that type of company is known as multinational company. Next, on the basis of commencement, let us see what it means. Dormant companies. These companies are very rare companies, ma. It is a company which did not carry accounting transaction for 2 years. It was not doing accounts for 2 years continuously. At least they have not recorded a single transaction, a single entry also they have not recorded. Such company can apply for the register of the company for declaring it as a dormant company, to declare them as a dormant company. It is not preparing its accounts at least once, at least one entry also they have not recorded in the 2 years. That company is known as dormant company. Defunct company, a company which has no assets, no liabilities and failed to commence the business within 1 year. You don't have any assets, you don't have any liabilities. Generally in accounts you have the formula. Assets equals to what? Assets equals to liabilities. Assets equal to liabilities. What it means? Assets equals to capital plus liabilities, right? Capital plus liabilities. Yes, assets equal to capital plus liabilities. Now what happening here? The company who has no assets, no liabilities and it is failed to continue the business, such type of company is known as defunct company, and these companies failed within 1 year. Such company is known as defunct company. So in the next session we are going to discuss about classification on the basis of public interest. There is nothing new, ma. What we have studied in the first session and in the second session, differences between private company and public company, what we have discussed, the same thing is going to discuss in the next session, in the fourth session, okay, along with the role of the shareholders we are going to discuss it, okay, right. Good morning, ma. Welcome to Alpha Online Education. Commerce theory part for the first years, English medium, and the chapter that we are dealing with, that the joint stock company. This is the fourth session of this chapter. So in the third session we have left one of the topic of classification of companies. In this session we are going to cover those topic, and afterwards we are going to study who are the shareholders, how they become the shareholders, and what is the role of the shareholders in the company. Yes, let us first focus on the classification of companies, the last one which we have left in the previous session. on the basis of public interest, on the basis of public interest. Okay, on the basis of public interest. Private company and public company. In the first session, we have discussed about the differences between the private company and public company in detailed. Yes, in detailed we have we have discussed with the variation. Yes, so that's why I have not again explaining it. I just want to explain you that the private company is again classified into two types of companies, small company and one person company, that is also abbreviated as OPC. Okay, those who have not listened the part session 1 and session 2, they just listen session 1, session 2 to know about the public company and also about the private company. There is a in detailed explanation I have given on it. So small company means it has a share capital. It has a share capital that does not exceed, it should not exceed 50 lakhs. The capital should not exceed the 50 lakhs and its turnover does not exceed 2 crores. So the turnover, whatever the profit, whatever the things, whatever the operations, activities are going on in the business, the turnover should not exceed 2 crores and their capital should not exceed, share capital should not exceed 50 lakhs. One person company, this is just one man show. Okay, one person company means a company which has only one person as a member, only one person as a member. This is a company where one man hold the total capital, whatever the capital amount, it was held by totally one person. Dummy members as a nominees of the principal shareholder. So the one man is called as a principal shareholder and the dummy members means in case this principal shareholder will die, in that case the amount will be transferred to these nominees. Those members are dummy members. Okay, then it will be transferred to the nominee. The nominees are the dummy members. So this is about the classification of companies. We have completed that. Now we are going to discuss about the other topic, that is definition of shareholders. Who are the shareholders? Who are holding the shares, right? Who are holding the shares are known as the shareholders. So what are the shares, madam? What are the shares? What is called as a share means the capital which is divided into number of small denominations, Okay, the huge amount that is divided into small denominations or small units, that units are known as shares. Okay, for example, this is a one share. On that the price will be written as 500 rupees, means the value of this share is 500 rupees. If you are holding this type of 500 rupees shares, 10 shares, if you are holding 10 shares of these 500 rupees, then how many shares you are holding? You are holding 10 shares. Okay, Nana, you are holding 10 shares and the value of each share is 500 rupees. So totally how much value of shares you are holding? 5,000 rupees shares you are holding. You are holding 5,000 rupees shares. Okay, are you understanding? Yes, again one more example I will take to better understand. So another share, the value of the share is 2,000 rupees. If you are holding 20 shares, each share value 2,000 rupees, then how many shares will you get? Means you have the total shares of value, that is 40,000 rupees shares you are holding in your hand. 20 shares మీరు కొన్నారు, ఆ ప్రతి ఒక్క షేర్ విలువ ఎంత ఉంది? 2000 రూపీస్ ఉంది. అంటే మీ 20 షేర్స్ మీరు హోల్డ్ చేస్తున్నారంటే టోటల్లీ మీరు 40,000 షేర్స్ హోల్డ్ చేస్తున్నారు. సో దట్స్ వై ద క్యాపిటల్ ఈస్ టోటల్లీ స్ప్లిటెడ్ ఇన్ దీస్ వే. సో ఈవెన్ ఎ కామన్ పర్సన్ కెన్ ఆల్సో పర్చేస్ ద షేర్స్. ఓకే, నౌ సీ ద డెఫినేషన్. The shareholder can be, who is the shareholder? Who is holding the share. Okay, shareholder evaru? Who is holding the shares is defined as the person, company, organization that hold the shares in a given company. Who will hold the shares of the company? That person is known as shareholder. Means he holding the share. The shareholder is the member of the company. Yes, actually he is the owner. Equity shareholders are there. They are the real owners of the company and they will receive the returns. What is receive the returns in the form of dividend. Now you will get one doubt. Madam, what is dividend? What is dividend, madam? What is dividend? See, simple. It is very simple, ma. Dividend is very simple. Just you have to understand. See, in the bank, if you deposit the amount, for example rupees 1 lakh rupees, you will get the interest. You will get the interest on it. For example, at every month interest rate is rupees 500 per month. So while doing deposit of 1 lakh rupees, you are getting per month interest, that is 500 rupees. In the same way, when you are holding the shares of the company, you will get dividend. You will get dividend. Okay, how you getting interest here? In the same way, if you hold the shares, you will get the dividend. Here you are making deposit in the bank. That's why you getting the interest. Here you are purchasing the shares. Means you are holding the shares of that company. So you will get the regular dividend. Next, how to become the shareholder? Let us see. According to the Indian Companies Act 2013 and Section 4, these are the 3 ways by which one person can become the shareholder. First way, by subscribing to the Memorandum of Association. We are going to study about these Memorandum of Association in the upcoming sessions. We have one chapter regarding the Memorandum of Association. It also abbreviated as MOA. Memorandum of Association. By subscribing the Memorandum of Association means by enrolling in the Memorandum of Association or by agreeing in writing to become a member of the company and whose name entered in the members register. Okay, members of the company register. When the members are registering in the company, at that time registering the name of the member. By that but that also you can become the shareholder. Next, by holding the shares of the company. Okay, and whose name are recorded as the beneficial owner of the register of the member. So beneficial owner means who want to get the benefit. Benefit means that benefit is in the form of the benefit means profit. That profit will be in the form of dividend, ma. Simply we can say that if the shareholder want to get the profit, he can get the profit simply in the form of dividend. Okay, how we getting profit in the bank? By depositing 1 lakh rupees in the form of interest. If you are holding the shares of the company, then we are getting the dividend is in the form of profit. Role of the shareholders. Let us go on to the role of the shareholders. What's the role of the shareholders? Actually, they are the owners of the company. They have more rights. Deciding the powers, the shareholder can bestow upon the company directors. So, deciding the powers of the shareholder will apply certain rules and regulations, certain conditions on the directors to do, what not to do. So, there are the real owners. If something is happened, who will government will ask to whom? The government will ask to these shareholders. First, these are the owners, right? Next, appointment and removal of directors from the office. Appointment and removal of directors means board of directors appointment and removal, that is completely in the hands of shareholders. Determining the extent of remuneration. Remuneration means salary to the directors. So what salary should have to give to the director? That is decided by the shareholder. Shareholder is the owner of the company. Directors are the management of the company. Both are different. Proposing changes in company constitution. Shareholder can change the company constitution as per Indian Company Act 2013. He can change the company constitution. Okay, he can change the company constitution and he can bring new type of rules and regulations. Constitution means what? New type of rules and regulations. So changing the company's constitution means bringing new types of rules and regulations. Checking and approval of financial statements of the company. Checking and approval. Okay, the shareholder will check and give the approval. Okay, approval of financial statements. Financial statements means the statements what we are prepared. Trading and profit and loss account, balance sheet. These are the financial statements which you will prepare in your upcoming accounting classes. Exercise voting right in the meetings. The shareholder has the voting right. Okay, one man, one vote. Okay. Nominate progeny. Progeny means in case the shareholder can't attend the meeting today, so he will send some other person in his place, and that person has a right to vote on behalf of that particular shareholder. Approving the dividend declared by the board of directors. So the dividend for the shareholder is declared. The dividend for the shareholder is declared by the board of directors. Who will declare the dividend for the shareholders? The board of directors will declare the dividend for the shareholders. Okay, and that is approved by the shareholder. He will say, okay, that's the situation of the company. Okay, I am satisfied with the dividend. Claim a proportionate allocation of the proceeds if the company liquidates its assets. Liquidates means, in the previous session I told you, liquidate means easily converted into cash. If there is a chance of closing the company and the directors are selling each and every assets of the company, means plant and machinery, buildings, land, or any kind of furniture or anything, stock or whatever, at the time they have the right, the shareholders have the right to claim the amount what they have invested on it. Okay, they have the right to claim the amount what they have invested. So these are the role of the shareholders. Okay, so important question is for 10 marks is classification of companies. Classification of companies is very important question for 10 marks. So don't waste the time. As usual, do hard work. Almost we have completing today. I mean, in this session we have completed nearly means in another session we will going to complete nearly 5 chapters. Okay, so don't waste the time, just you read and practice also. Okay, yeah. Good morning ma, welcome to Alpha Online Education. Commerce theory part for the English medium first years. The chapter we are dealing with, that the joint stock company, and this is the last session of this chapter, that is the 5th session. By comparing the joint stock company with the partnership, we will going to complete this chapter today. So what is the difference between the partnership and joint stock company? Let us see by comparison. The acts, Indian Partnership Act 1932, the Indian Partnership Act 1932, the partnership form has started with the regulation of Indian Partnership Act 1932, whereas come to joint stock company, that has been started with the Indian Companies Act 2013. Both are legal bodies and artificial bodies too. Okay, next, registration. Registration of partnership form is not necessary, but if they register, they will enjoy certain privileges, means certain advantages they will enjoy, and also certain type of security is there. So registration is not compulsory, but if they want to enjoy certain advantages, they have to get registered. But here the registration is compulsory. There is no any kind of option of non-registration. Here the registration is compulsory. It means it is a mandatory. The company should have to be registered under Indian Company Act 2013. Next, commencement of the business. When this business can be start? So the partnership business can be start by the business after entering into an agreement. After entering into an agreement, a partnership business can be started. But whereas come to joint stock company, we have two types of company, private company and public company. So private company can start their business after getting certificate of incorporation from the registrar. Certificate of incorporation they have to get. Who? Private company. The private company should have to get the certificate of incorporation from the registrar. Whereas come to the public company, they have to get two certificates. What are those? Both certificates. Certificate of incorporation and commencement of business. Commencement of business means starting the business starting. Okay, that type of certificate also needed for the public company. Okay, right. Number of members. Here the minimum members in the partnership is 2. Okay, maximum members are 10 in case of banking. In case of banking 10 are required and 20 in case of non-banking. In case of non-banking 20 members are required. In case of banking 10 and in case of non-banking 20 members are limited in partnership. Whereas come to here again we have two types of companies, private company and public company. So in the private company minimum 2 members are required, maximum 50 members are required. In public company minimum 7 members are required, maximum unlimited members. Okay, there is no limit at all for the maximum, right? Next, legal status. It has no separate entity. So in the eyes of the law, partners and the firm means partnership firm both are same. Okay, but in the eyes of law it has a separate entity. Owner is different and company is different according to the accounting concept. What is that? Business entity concept. What it says? Owner is different and business is different. Yes, according to that concept, it has a separate entity and it does not have any separate entity. Liability. In the partnership, the partners have unlimited liability. Their private property is used to claim the debts of the business, but in case of joint stock company, the liability of the members is very limited to the shares held by them. It is very limited up to the shares held by them, means the capital whatever they have contributed. Transfer of shares. Here the shares can't be transferred in the partnership form, because if a partner want to transfer the share, then he have to get permission from all the partners. He have to consult to all the partners if he want to transfer the share. Whereas here in case of joint stock company, there is no need to take any kind of permission with other parties. Okay, why? Because they can easily transfer the shares. That's why there is no need to ask for any other shareholder or any other board of director. They can easily transfer to the other person. Next, management. Management and control by the partners. The partners only control and manage the partnership firm. Whereas here the management is totally in the hands of board of directors. The board of directors will control the management. They will take the necessary decisions. They will participate in day-to-day activities of the business. Okay, everything is done by the board of directors here, but here everything is managed and controlled by partners. Next, existency. In the accounting concepts only, we have another concept, going concern concept. Okay, in that concept already you have studied, I think. What you have studied? The business will have a long life and it continue for a long period of time according to that concept. Same thing is here, existency. The existency of the partnership is uncertain, means it can be closed at any time. If a partner is die, or if a partner is retire, or if a partner is dissolving the partnership at that time the total partnership will be closed. But in case of company, that will be not happened. If a partner die, even it will be continue. If a partner retire, even it will be continue. If a new shareholder is entered, even though it is continued. If an employee is retired, even though it is continued. If an employee is die, at that time also it will be continued. So it is not affected by any kind of human damage to the company. Next, winding up. No legal formalities. If the partners are mutually agree to wind up, they can easily wind up. Wind up means what, ma? Closing the company. Okay, if they are mutually agree to close the company, so at that time there is no need to go for legal formalities, no need to go for court, or no need to go for the registrar, or no need to go for anywhere. So, but in case of joint stock company, during the time of winding up, they have to go to the court for the winding up of the company, means closing up of the company, or they have to go for the legal, and also they have to go for the legal formalities. Okay, they have to go for the legal formalities also. They have to go to the register, they have to cancel their company name, they have to do so many legal formalities. Okay, they have to settle the capital, whatever the capital brought by the shareholders. So much formalities are there that should be done in the joint stock company, and those things are absent in the partnership form. Let us see the 11th one. Statutory regulations. No rules and regulations to maintain the books of accounts. In the partnership form, there is no any kind of rule. There is no any kind of regulation to prepare the books of accounts or to prepare the records of the accounts. So, there is no need. It is not a mandatory. If the partners want to do, they can do. If they are not interested, there is no need to prepare. But in the joint stock company, it is a mandatory. It is according to the Indian Company Act 2013. Every company should have to prepare their accounts. Along with the preparation of their accounts, they have to maintain the complete record of those accounts. Why they have to maintain that record? In order to get audit those accounts. Audit means checking the accounts. Some of the officers, chartered accountants, chartered accountants and the audit department employees will come and they will check the accounts of the companies. Position. Partner in the firm act as an agent and the owner. So partner him itself act as a agent and also as a owner. But in the joint stock company, only the shareholder will act as the owner. Only the shareholder will act as the owner. Accounts need not audited by the auditor. So partnership firms no need to get audit their accounts. But in case of joint stock company, they have to get their accounts audited with the auditor. They have to get their accounts audited with the auditor. It is a mandatory. It is necessary. It is in the law. As per the Indian Companies Act 2013, it is a completely mandatory to get their accounts audited with the auditor. It may be a chartered accountant. Next, creditors. The creditor of the firm are also considered as a creditor of the partners individually. The creditor. Creditor means who is the creditor? Creditor ante evarni creditor antam. So, who will give credit to the company, who will give credit to the firm, means who will give money to the company or money to the firm, and the company have to pay for them. Those are known as the creditors. For whom the company will have to pay. Company evariki baki untundo, evariki pay cheyalsindi untundo vallani creditors antam. So, the creditors of the firm are also considered as the creditors of the partners individually. In case of partnership, if there is a creditor, he is not only creditor to the firm, he is a creditor to the partners also individually, because this combination of partners is only the firm. Yes, the combination of partners is only the form. Here the creditor of the company or creditor of the company, but not the shareholder, because the shareholders are different and the creditors are the different. So there is no connection between the shareholder and the creditor. But in the partnership form there is a link between the creditor and the partners, because it is formed due to the formation of group of partners, so that's why there is a link. But whereas come to joint stock company, it is started with the aim of profit, and also it is registered under Indian Partnership Act. It has private company and public company. The limited number of members in case of private company we have discussed, that is 2, maximum 50, and public company, that is minimum 7 and maximum unlimited. So it is a separate legal entity. Okay, so this question is very important question for 10 marks. Whether 10 marks or 5 marks, we don't know exactly, but this question is 100% they will ask. Okay, don't left this question, the difference between partnership. So in every chapter you have to keep in mind, again I am saying you that in every chapter you have to keep in mind if there is any difference, or if there is any classification, or if there is any types of partners or types of businesses, anything, and advantages, disadvantages, futures, characteristics. So these things you should not have to left in any chapter. You have to read these things in every chapter, because these are the main things they will ask regularly. Okay, the other things they will not ask that much, but these you have to focus more on this. If you have completed these, then when the time is left, then you can move for that. I think you have plenty of time now. This is the corona time, so you have plenty of time, so don't waste the time. You have to write the exams, so get mentally prepared. You have to write the exams in upcoming months, so get ready for that. Okay, how you have passed 10th, that is over, that is a past is past, but your present is your intermediate first year. So do hard work, see all the videos, tell your friends to see the videos, and write down the notes. These all things what I have written, that is the short notes, means like a mind map. If you keep these type of things in your mind, it will be make you reading easy. So don't waste the time, do hard work as much as you can do, and also you have to stay at the home. Okay, right, all the best for your preparation, don't waste the time.